What's going on, Space Nords? Andy here again, your gray bearded bard, or the Star Nord, Space Nord, whatever you want to call me. At this juncture, right, I hope you're enjoying those Outpost videos that are posting daily just to help you find some okay spaces to be the okayest, Space Nord possible. But I've ran into a couple of complications, and I'm sure some of you have some other ones. So if that's the case, go ahead, write them down in the comments below, and I can try to explore, probably recreate some of those and figure out a workaround. But that's what today's video is all about. I got two major ones that I wrote down today. The first one is I do have my rank 1, rank 2 available for Outpost management, where I should have 6 Outpost links. Guess what? I only have 3. I don't know why. I walked through the Unity. My last game, the standard new game plus, I had 6. But when I walked through the Unity, this time I had 3. I did that. I repeated that process 3 times just to see what was, to see if that was a consistent problem, and it was. The next thing I did was nuclear. So I removed the game from my PC, reinstalled the game, opened the application, went back, still only had 3. So I had to come up with another solution for that. It's not the best one, but it is a solution in general. Then the second thing that I had was one of my outposts just popped off the map. So I can't fast travel to it. And I have a workaround for that one as well. Again, these are Bethesda games. They're glitchy. They come out glitchy. The team doesn't seem that adamant about fixing all of the glitches. I have my recommendations on how to do that, but we'll go into those as we see them. All right, so let's get into this first one, okay? All right, everybody, so we're back here, okay? This is my my outpost in Procyon 3. It is the actual planet, not one of the moons. And I started building it out. You'll see that I have a couple of cool things here, a couple of things that require some upgrades, but that's not the point. The point is, and I've already made the fix, so you're going to see it as it is, Outpost 3 explored. So you may be thinking, did I just uproot my outpost and just find another one? No, I didn't do that. So again, this was Outpost 1 for me. I tried to find another space for Outpost 2 on the coast, didn't work out. So then I came back here, and when I tried to come back here, that's when I noticed my marker was gone. I couldn't find it. So what I did for the first workaround here is, let me pull up my hand scanner. And scroll around some. There it is. I'm on the wrong side of my deck. I don't have good gravity here, so I can't just hop up. Procyon. Again, if you know how to say that, just type it in the comments below. But that's what I did for this, is I started a whole nother outpost just so right next to it. Right, this right here is the edge of my current outpost. Running around so you can see that. You'll see the marker right there. Yep, you see that red line. Now it's a teal line, and you can see that I got my Outpost Organics notification, all that stuff. Over here, boom, you can see Outpost, my Outpost 3. I could fast travel to it. Now let's see how long it takes for this to load, because it took a good couple of minutes. All right, that was quick, hopefully because it was already built up. You can see my transportation, my cargo link showing up there. But I can always fast travel back to it. It just doesn't show up on my global map, or my stellar map, if you will. So that's my workaround with this one, is just run outside your outpost. I've had to do it for some of my other ones because of part of the other workaround that I have. And this particular problem fixes the idea that it doesn't show up on my map. Right, all you see is the Outpost 3, the 2 landing areas. I'll just zoom around the planet here, another landing area where I tried to find Outpost 2. Nothing about the original Outpost shows up here, but the way I fixed it, again, walking outside my main outpost until I saw the outpost button. Yeah, within the finder shows up, and then I was able to plant one right next to it. Can't fast travel at this time because I'm already there. So that's one of the workarounds that I have, mainly for that glitch of my outpost disappearing. Now let's go into this and examine the skills for a second. Outpost management, rank 3 of 4, right? So we go up here, additional cargo links can be placed at outposts. You start the game with 3. When you unlock this rank, you get 6. Makes things a lot easier, a lot smoother, so you can transport, say, like 6 planets worth of stuff to your primary planet. So you can have 7 planets worth of material being outsourced and shipped. Well, if we go back into this, all right, let me zoom up here. I can show you, I got 3 already set up somewhere. There they are, all 3 of those set up right there, and I'll move my cursor over one. Now look over here, the top left corner. I can't do this with my mouse, but you'll notice that it'll say 3 of 3. Even though I have the perk unlocked, I should be able to plant 6. Like I said in my opening statements, that my previous game, the new game standard, base game, new game +1, I had 6 outposts that I could manage with. Here I only have 3. I tried to recruit outpost managers, going to all the bars and sending them over here. Adaptive frames until I ranked up, just so I could put a skill into rank 3. And I still unable to put 6 cargo links on the same outpost. It's very aggravating. It means that there's more work that can be done. You know, I like doing less work. I like automations. I like being able to set things and not necessarily forget them. But the work around here is twofold, right? So we go back to the original fix where I manage 2 outposts in the same location. And you're going to see I have a couple of problems with that too. Obviously, dealing with the wildlife is going to be a big problem. And we're back here. You can see some of the wonderful life that's happening. We can pop this open, and do I have any of the cargo links? All right, I'm missing iron, I'm missing aluminum, which is in that outpost. Probably not, because it should be to the spaceship, so I'm missing that entirely. But here I can plant 3 more cargo links right next to the original outpost. Not my favorite thing to do, because now I have to manage 2 outposts, I have to man 2 outposts, I have to find more NPCs. I probably don't need to find them, but I realize if I have people manning crew stations there, and I have a couple of security bots, and I have maybe a turret or 2, I don't get attacked, okay? And that's a very positive thing, because when I came back to this post the last time, I noticed all my stuff was destroyed. So let's see what some of that looks like. Alright guys, we're back. I had to edit the video just a little bit to knock out that little space fight I had. The fast travel said fast travel was not available. I got to my ship. The ship said I couldn't go straight to the cockpit. 2 aggravating things. I lifted off. To make matters worse, I had to go into space combat with a ship that's not really designed for space combat. I made it, thankfully. And then I finished the travel to Androphon. Here we are. Because we're still looking at the fact that I only have 3 out of 6 cargo links that I have to figure out how to manage with. And so right now my going workaround is having a second outpost next to the primary outpost, right? So I have outpost 2 or 3 next to 1. And here I can jump. Now, what's fascinating and kind of unique at the same time is the fact that if I were to find a second outpost, I would still like to maximize its resource output. I'm not just putting out stuff to eat, terrain or land, eat some real estate here. So here I can jump from one outpost to the other outpost. Hop on this thing. Missed it. Alright, so again, you can see my primary stuff going on right there. And I already have 3 built. They're all getting helium fed, because at least one of your cargo links, let's say this is going to Procyon 3, just where I came from. Procyon 3 doesn't necessarily need helium to activate their cargo links. Only one cargo link, whichever planet it's coming from or to, has to have helium on it. I don't know if that's a bug for me. It's a very beneficial bug, but at that point, like I said, right now I'm only using Androphon as like my primary tool here. What's cool is that I don't, like over in my other outpost, I'm receiving copper, I'm receiving nickel, I'm receiving my ionic liquids, all from different planets, and I can just run back and forth between the distance on these two when I need it. So here's going to bring in the rest of my planets that I set up in my outpost to, make that communicate well. But that's pretty much my workarounds for those 2 problems. Again, not ideal, because we have to work with a game that just doesn't want to fix itself in a way. I know that they are working on some things, so you have to pay attention to, Bethesda support. I go to the X app, used to be, or formerly known as Twitter. I go to that and I look at some of the things that they're doing. I look at some of the release notes. I know I play off of Steam, so there's probably an extra layer of bugs that comes with that. And I know Steam is working on independently their own beta, their own like fixes and workarounds. They're not exactly Bethesda supported. Kind of are supported, but not really approved, I guess. Bethesda may take some of those and publish them their own updates. I don't know. But that's what's happening here. Again, this isn't building up Outpost video like I will in the next series. This is I have a problem, I discovered a problem, and I had to find a fix for the problem type video, right? I call this one Outpost Troubleshooting, because I'm sure everybody's having that kind of issue. Some issue variation. Again, if you don't mind, write in the comments what problems you're having. Maybe I could recreate it. Maybe I could figure out some other workaround for it. It's not a fix. Workarounds are not a fix, but this is how we try to find a way to make the game a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more simplified, if you will. Some of us like outposting. I like outposting. That's one of the things. I can spend the next day, in the next 6 hours, going to get all the artifacts, blowing through the story, walk through the Unity again. Some people like to fast travel, or what they call it, speed run it, just like that. Some people like building starships. I like building starships too, but my favorite thing, and it's probably because I play Minecraft with my kids, is just building outposts. I like automating things. I like seeing things come in and go out. I like creatively finding solutions. This game is teaching us real world skills here. Okay, we got a problem. We got to fix a problem. We have to worry about resource or inventory management. We're putting all those nicks together just to make things work as best as it can. Not perfectly, but as best as it can. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon. I think you actually have to hit a drop down function and say all alerts, and that way when these videos post, you can get them as soon as possible. I try posting them over midnight, especially when I have a series of things. You're not just being bombarded on one day with all the videos. Okay. Again, the Great Bearded Bard, or Space Nord, for the series Space Nord, and let's get it. Let's get after it. Yeah. Outpost trouble.